My name is SJ Morris.
My name is Jennifer.
My name is Nicole Pereira.
My name is Alyssa.
Hi, my name is Andreas, and I'm a HubSpot developer from Germany.
My name is Hira, and I'm a HubSpot developer.
I am a German American.
I am Canadian.
I'm Indian.
I am from the Netherlands.
And we are HubSpot developers.
I am a business owner.
I'm good at modules, themes, and everything design related.
Je suis Québécois.
I speak Portuguese. Oi!
I'm in love with my little cat, Joni Helen Blueberry.
I am constantly covered in cat hair.
If I only had one wish, it's that my dog would learn how to code for me.
I am a HubSpot solution partner, and I love skiing.
I love taking walks outside in the forest behind our home.
I like to play basketball. Can you please pass the ball?
I am always learning.
I'm a little obsessive when it comes to video.
My pronouns are she and her.
I am an ambivert.
I am a HubSpot developer.
I am a HubSpot developer.
I am a HubSpot developer.
I'm a HubSpot developer.
I am a HubSpot developer.
I am a HubSpot developer.
We are HubSpot developers.
We are HubSpot developers.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Rosso, and I'm the Director of Product Marketing for the Connected Platform. My team focuses on the technical personas using, building, and strategizing on top of HubSpot. So my team's also helping build and deliver the content to help you all build better today. Today, I want to extend a huge welcome to our Chief Product Officer, Steph C. You've been the product officer for about a year now, a little bit over a year. I was blown away by your developer experience and your passion, and I can't wait for folks listening to hear more. So what drew you to join HubSpot?
Boy, it was three things that drew me here. It was the people, the culture, and the product. And I think of those as very related. HubSpot, I'll just start from the product. The product is just great. I talked to a bunch of customers and they told me how fantastic HubSpot was and had just a really unusual passion. You don't often see customers getting that energized about what they use. And then if you peel back from that, I started just meeting a bunch of the executives and a bunch of the team. Was really impressed by the caliber of people that I met. And above all, just their heart for building the right product. It was easy to see how what I was seeing on the product side flowed directly out of the team. And I think all of that is built on a foundation of really just a very remarkable culture. One where folks are just really genuinely energized around solving for the customer, doing the right thing. We call it take the high road, stay off the high horse, and really thinking big about the future. So it was a place I was excited to be and feel really lucky to be here.
That's great. I mean, you have so much experience with developers. How did you get started down that path?
Boy, it's a great question. It was a little bit of a lucky accident. Early on in my career, I met a set of people that I just thought were super smart, super nice. And they were working on a product called Visual Studio at the time, which some of you may know. It's something that Microsoft produces for developers. I ended up working on Visual Studio for about 10 years and just loved every minute of it. I think I progressively fell more and more in love with just that developer community. I think I went on to work on Android, another platform called Android, for a long time. And I think with both of them, the thing that I loved is it is really magical to see what developers do on a platform. Is when you create the platform, you really are creating more than anything a canvas, kind of a blank page. And then what happens next is really the cool part, which is to see what they build on top of that. If you think about, for instance, taking Android, the mobile ecosystem today, it's very hard to imagine from that first, mobile phone, what that would turn into and the entire universe of apps that are on top of that today. I was running up a mountainside this weekend, and just the what's amazing in terms of like the mapping or the tracking or the kinds of things you would do, in all the different ways that those platforms can help power daily life and how developers will take advantage of them. But I think the third part that I kind of fell in love with was just the joy of working with developer communities. It's really, platforms are by developers for developers. So you work with the community in a completely different way, where typically you're really meeting on kind of a shared space where you understand the platform together. Often your developers will understand it better than you do. You care deeply about the results, and you end up as a result having these just wonderful conversations about what do we need to focus on, where should we go, with partners that are certainly as knowledgeable and as insightful as anyone you talk with inside the company. So I think it creates just a really special environment. It's a place that I have loved spending so much of my career, and it's certainly been a great time at HubSpot to talk with our partners and customers about where they want to see the platform go.
Yeah, let's dig into that a little bit, because I mean, we did talk about platform. How is HubSpot evolving how we think about platform, our product platform, and how those folks building or extending on top of it will use it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think the way to approach that question is thinking from a customer first lens about where our customers are today and what they need. And today where they are is they're growing, and they're growing a lot. They're using a lot more of the suite. I think I mentioned inbound, over 60% of our customers use multiple hubs now, and they are really pushing the boundaries. They themselves are scaling, and also the set of customers who've been coming to HubSpot are increasingly large and complex. And so we've been thinking a lot about what does that mean in terms of the platform evolution? I think it means a couple of things. Probably the most important is we need to create a radical transformation in the customizability and extensibility of HubSpot. In other words, let's say you're Avison Young, one of our customers. They're a huge global commercial real estate company, and they love HubSpot. And at the same time, even as they're evolving, they need to be able to tailor it for all the different unique use cases that they have. While we do that, I think it's incredibly important that we also hew to what has made us so great from the beginning, which is our outstanding customer experience. So the vision is truly to protect what makes us special, while creating that customizability, extensibility that permits our customers to be successful. And I think that that's not just possible, but something that we can do really, really well. Is I think about the future, I think that'll be a big focus for us. I would say equally, as HubSpot's been diversifying, it creates a tremendous opportunity for our partner base, because clearly HubSpot itself can't service every single use case that customers will go into. And also, as HubSpot becomes even more of an ecosystem, centralizing so much data, there are these tremendous opportunities for integrations in the ecosystem to be bringing data into that universe, creating connections with other products. So it's a really, and I think that's particularly important, for instance, in product like sales, where you're often dealing with an interconnected set of tools, marketing for sure. And commerce, the area that we have been pushing into most recently with a lot of success. So I think it's a time of a lot of opportunity, but I think we'll really focus on those two core pieces in tandem: protecting an outstanding user experience, even as we create the customization and extensibility that our customers need to grow.
And how are you seeing some of the most successful customers and partners on HubSpot making it their own, when we talk about customization, extensibility?
Yeah, that's another great question. So I mentioned Avison Young. They're a customer who spoke at Inbound specifically on how they're using HubSpot. One of the things that's very interesting is they're really pushing the bounds on things like multinational permissions and customization, things of that nature. Or I think about a customer like Playcore. Some of you may know they make playground equipment that my own kids play on. They have about 30 plus subsidiaries. And so they're able to take HubSpot and create a federated approach where they can bring together all the information into a single unified view, even as each of the subsidiaries is able to sell and drive their own unique business. So I think, those are different types of examples of where HubSpot, I think, will be developing flexibility. But I would say, if I was going to focus anywhere on the most successful folks, I would really talk a lot about the partners. I met a tremendous number of partners at Inbound, and it was really impressive, the level of insight that they had about the platform and where it should go. But if I was going to say what was making the best partners successful, it was really simple. It was the partners that knew the product most. Because what I often found myself in is I would be in two conversations. I would meet a customer, and then I would meet a partner who was serving that customer. And so I get to hear about both sides of the relationship. And if it was working well, what I would hear was, this partner has, all the people I need. They understand the product really deeply. When I go to them with a question, they're able to answer it. They're able to finish the integration that I need quickly, professionally, to the highest level. And conversely, when there were a little bit of problems, it was typically because of a lack of expertise on the partner side. Most of what I saw was really happy customers. But so I think that's probably the thing that's making people most successful, is just raw quality of service, just knowing the platform inside and out. So if I was a partner right now, I would be investing my time in just deeply skilling up people on the platform, because the other thing I've heard a lot from partners is as the demand is just growing so much, the biggest challenge is not so much feeding pipeline as having enough people on staff to be able to service all the needs. So I think that's the place.
And we're working on that. Just
I know
we're working on that. We're trying to meet you.
Yeah. So I think that's a great place to invest. Even in the current time, I think it's just, we're seeing so much in terms of those needs. I think there's other areas that are really valuable for a number of our partners. Also build integrations on top of HubSpot. I think some key areas I've heard a lot about recently: extending our sales product to link into others. As sales has grown so much more mature, I think people are looking to use it in a diversity of ways. Certainly extending marketing, which continues to be such a leader, and yet that space is evolving really dynamically, generating new opportunities. Commerce is something I heard a lot about at Inbound. We obviously are very excited about the space. What was impressive was our customers are also really excited to push in that direction. And so I think finding ways to help customers explore and be successful on the new commerce features is a great place to focus. But yeah, just in general, the other opportunities I'd see, certainly, and we can talk more about this as well. Certainly, as HubSpot is growing and diversifying, people are more and more looking to bring their data in. And so any opportunities to centralize data from other sources, other assets. We talked a lot about this on the Inbound stage. We've been looking to make it as easy and seamless as possible. But I think there's a lot of power in that core data, so that people have an end-to-end view of their front office suite is super powerful in terms of optimizing the sales and marketing cycle. And any type of automation and reporting on that just essentially multiplies the productivity of the entire team. So those are different things I would focus on. Probably the last thing would be multi-hub. One thing that's really interesting is that the customers who are using multiple hubs are typically, we see from a revenue perspective, closing much more deals and deals at a higher revenue rate in aggregate. This is, of course, all anonymized aggregate stats. And so I would really be encouraging partners to find ways to get customers on multiple pieces of the suite. Since we know that make customers more successful, it's also a great move for partners in terms of their retention and relationship. So I think those are some different areas of focus for the future.
Yeah, there's so much exciting there. One thing I know that everyone here is really interested in and excited about is like building great products and experiences for customers or their customers. And you've had a lot of experience doing that. I'd love, like, just from your career experience, what's a top tip that you could give about building great products to folks?
Boy, I'd say it's fairly simple. I'd say two simple things that often you find behind the greatest products, or that I have seen. One is spend a ton of time with your customers. Two is spend a ton of time using your own product. There is no substitute. I think those are two simple truths to live by, probably even now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back for a minute. Inbound, like we had so many product announcements. There was like a Star Wars-esque scroll at the end of all the things that we didn't have time to mention. And I don't want you to pick like a favorite child from that group, but now that we're getting closer to 2023, what's one thing that you're getting excited about what's coming for HubSpot, or maybe that we touched on at Inbound that you're really kind of focused on for the future?
That's a great question. At Inbound, we talked about the connected journeys, and I think that is a theme you'll see continue into the future. But connecting apps, connecting the platform creates so much insight. And so I'm really excited about the power in that. I'm also incredibly excited about the customization and extensibility around a core of a great user experience. I think is just, again, unlocks so much in terms of platform. And for someone like me, that's super exciting. As I think going forward, just having this opportunity to speak with our developer community, I would say looking into the future, I would also probably expect to see a lot more around end-to-end data journeys. So anything you can be doing to be bringing data into the platform, whether that's just general sales and marketing data, certainly commerce, integrating that in the long-term future, I think will be super exciting. Just because as you bring together that picture, it allows you to see the entire end-to-end flow. You can see this with, for instance, campaigns, where it's wonderful to have information about how a campaign is working, but when you can trace it to individual deals and sales and even revenue, all of a sudden you have so much more insight about those initial marketing activities at the top of the funnel to optimize them. And so I think just continuing to feed data in is something we're really super excited about for the future, and something I expect we'll do in partnership with our platform and community.
Yeah. So usually I ask customers for a magic wand question, which means you could ask anything of the HubSpot team, but actually I want to turn that back onto the community today. You have the magic wand. I would love for you to wave your wand and ask something of our technical community and partners. What would that be?
Boy, if I had just one thing to ask for, it would be probably customer stories. I would love to hear great customer stories from our community, both cases of places you think are going extraordinarily well, and use cases or stories where you feel like they really highlight an opportunity for us to grow and mature as a platform. Because I think that really helps us understand our customer so much better. And as a team, that's something we love to do and will really help us go forward.
Yeah. Me too. So for everyone else, we're definitely looking at highlighting those customer stories. But I really want to thank you so much for sitting down to chat with us. I can't wait for everyone to see this, and also to hear from the rest of the leaders today about what's coming for HubSpot. So thanks again, everyone.
It was a pleasure to be invited. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steph and Sarah, and hello, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you at HubSpot.Extend. I'm Trisha Chang, Director of Product for the Developer Product Group at HubSpot, and in my 3.5 years at HubSpot building for and serving developers, I've never been more excited about the direction that we're headed. Platform is a big deal, and all of the doors that it opens are even bigger ones. I hope everyone here is as energized about it as I am. You just heard that we are invested in a strategy that lifts up marketers, sales, and service teams in the SMB market. When we look at marketing, sales, and service, we are looking at some of the fastest growing mega markets around. Over the last 3 years, these markets have grown by about 11% annually. And by 2028, the total addressable market is projected to grow to $36 billion. That's a huge number and a hard one to wrap our heads around, but the big takeaway here is that HubSpot and our ecosystem of partners are not limited in opportunity. In fact, there's so much more value for us to add, more customers to help, and more opportunity for us to grow. And in the last 3 years, HubSpot has done just that. We've exceeded market growth by 3x, growing at 35%. This means that we're not only gaining traction in the market, but we are becoming a market leader. That's in big thanks to you all as partners. Our customers are growing, our solutions and our app partner ecosystems are growing. Everyone's growing. However, continuing to grow and help our customers also means understanding the challenges that they're facing. And if you didn't get a chance to catch the Inbound 2022 keynote a couple weeks ago, I highly recommend that you do. Our customers are facing a crisis of disconnection. They are feeling disconnected from their customers. They're suffering from disconnected data and systems. And then they're feeling disconnected from each other. It's no surprise that we're feeling this way, or that they're feeling this way. Here are 3 interesting data points that I really want this group to think about. Sales engagement at the macro level is struggling. The world has changed. The pandemic has evolved the landscape, and the number of brands resorting to digital engagement has soared. The sales playbook that once worked no longer does. It's outdated and incomplete, and our customers are dealing with this viscerally. Email response rates and sequences are down 40% compared to pre-pandemic days. The big takeaway here is that every customer touchpoint counts. Our customers need more valuable personalized touchpoints with their customers. The second data point is that our customers feel a tremendous amount of pain because of disconnected data and systems. Market research shows that the top 4 features CRM buyers want are all related to data. Additionally, a Pulse survey of top pains found disconnected systems to be the #1 pain point companies in our market are failing. The takeaway? Customers need more access to CRM features, and they need their systems to work together more seamlessly. And the last one is that people are leaning into communities, which is leading into an increase in online learning and peer-to-peer connections. 40% of remote workers miss spontaneous in-person connections with their colleagues. And 49% in-office workers found that staying motivated and connected with their team to be the biggest challenge. People need and want to learn from each other. All of these disconnects are things that we really took to heart when thinking about the best way to serve our customers and our developers, you. Now we know that we're living in a complex world. The average company has 254 SaaS apps, but only actively uses 45% of them. Tech stacks are proliferating out of control. As an industry, we're addicted to point solutions. It's one of the primary strategies we use to improve performance today, but it's now creating more complexity than clarity. Our customers not only continue to add point solutions at impossible to integrate rates, but they're trying to get to that clear, consolidated picture, and they're finding it really difficult. In fact, 92% of decision makers say they want a single platform with the features they need, but 78% believe that only point solutions could deliver that for them. We are continuing to invest in the HubSpot platform by building new flexibility and customization into HubSpot so that customers can lean on developers like you to address their unique and ever complex needs, and to help decision makers have the information they need to stay connected to their customers. We know that HubSpot needs to do more for our customers, and we need to add more value than it does today, and it can. That's why we are investing in 2 key areas of the product for HubSpot developers to deliver value for customers. We are forging new extensibility into the CRM, and we are doubling down on the CMS. When we think about delivering high quality personalized experiences to customers, they're done in 2 ways: digital web experiences through the CMS and quality sales and service interactions. The CMS serves as the representation layer for those digital experiences, and the CRM as both the tool that sales and service teams use, as well as the data that powers those experiences. All of these touch points are vital to scaling businesses. At this conference, you will hear from our product teams about all the ways that we are doubling down on CMS and CRM, with sessions to help developers who are looking to build on both. At the end of the day, it is about connection. We are giving our customers what they want, and that is the ability to deliver highly connected and personalized experiences to their customers. So you may be asking, why the CRM? It's the central source of truth for marketers, sales, and service teams, but it's also the backbone of the CMS, allowing for highly personalized customer connection through their life cycle. Our customer data shows that demand for CRM customization is growing. Investing in more ways to customize a CRM is about meeting customers where they are. And the more complex these customers are, the more they need to customize. Data is so important. It drives automation, personalization in every customer touchpoint, and our customers know this. When faced with the opportunity to customize, customers will do it. A quote here from Andrew Pearl, Marketing Technology Director at SS&C, says it all. If I never had to leave HubSpot all day long, yeah, that would be nirvana for me. There is no better way to solve the crisis of disconnection than by creating more customization in the CRM itself and by bringing all the data together in one place. Doing so will allow customers to freely visualize their business critical data, automate it, report on it, in all the ways that they want and need. Now, on to the other half of our investment. Why CMS? It's no surprise to anyone here that our CMS Hub is a powerful tool for developers to build digital experiences on HubSpot, harnessing that power from the CRM to personalize and tailor content for every visitor. We've invested so much over the years, helping you understand the value of your work through custom reports, pushing the boundaries of innovation to help you build faster and better, even building in security and worldwide CDN hosting so you don't have to. The CMS is crucial to delivering connected, personalized digital experiences directly to our customers' customers. It's the other half of the puzzle. Together, investing in powerful development tools to push the boundaries of customization on top of the CMS and the CRM will help marketers, sales teams, and service teams do their jobs better, deliver that highly connected customer experience we all need and crave. So on to the what. What have we done to the CRM and the CMS tools that will help you all innovate and achieve success with our customers? That investment starts with building modernized, consistent tooling that meets developers where they are. We have built industry standard development frameworks, streamlined connected interfaces, created seamless onboarding, and invested in connected experiences to help you unlock the power of customization. We have invested in the tools you already use so that we can help you build faster. This includes JS server-side building blocks, enabling access to one of the most commonly used front-end frameworks, but also paves the way for using the CMS as a presentation layer for your CRM data. Now you will be able to code server-side React alongside Hubble templates, use islands to progressively hydrate interactive components, preview local changes in real pages, and more, all in the vein of creating that highly personalized experience. If this excites you, and it should, please check out our dedicated session later today featuring our own CMS development team to learn more. It is currently in development, slated for private beta in November, and it will be available to all CMS tiers. Personalized experiences start with data. That's why we're also excited to announce that GraphQL, which allows developers to query for and display their HubSpot data on CMS pages, emails, external content, integrations, and more, will be generally available for Pro and Enterprise CMS tiers starting today. This is a huge deal. GraphQL makes websites and apps infinitely more efficient and performant, and we're so excited that our customers will be able to personalize content with confidence starting today. Building better and building faster also means having all of the tools that you need for the job in one place. For CRM development, we've done just that. For anyone who is looking to customize the CRM record, we've created a brand new toolset directly inside the customer portal for developers to use to customize the CRM. It not only includes streamlined onboarding and docs, which we'll actually showcase a little later, but we've also introduced a files-based project container to customize a CRM record. Host your code directly on HubSpot using serverless functions, build a custom UI using our library of ready-made components, and then test your functionality directly in a development sandbox that actually resembles your production account. There is so much value in this tool set, I can't fit it all in here. So that's why I highly encourage you to all check out our developer product group session a little later today, which will cover all of these features in more detail and demo all of the possibilities this tool set enables. It's in public beta for all Sales and Service Hub Enterprise customers today. Friendly interfaces aren't limited to CRM development. For developers building on the CMS, we've invested in HubDB, our structured content solution, by giving marketers a much more friendly interface to create content. We've implemented many of the top feature requests, bringing the HubDB experience closer to all other content types in HubSpot, and implementing UX improvements to make editing and publishing structured content more delightful for marketers. Some ongoing rollouts include drag and drop row reordering, column sorting, and row reviewing. These updates are in public beta today for CMS and Marketing Hub Enterprise customers. We also know that the handoff between a marketer and a developer is crucial in CMS development. CMS developers can now scaffold out sections in the page editor and then copy the Hubble that is generated from that section to use as a head start in building their own custom sections. Developers can now quickly access a module's code in the design manager by clicking on that module in the page editor while in developer mode. How's that for collaboration and connection? All of these updates are live and available to all CMS Hub tiers. I mentioned a little earlier that onboarding is a key area of focus for us. And one of the biggest tools you rely day in and day out on is documentation. It's consistently in the top 3 bolters you list. We know that better documentation, more timely documentation, more example-rich documentation is a big ask from you. That's why we're investing in new ways and places to bring documentation to you. Starting with CRM development, we've embedded the documentation directly inside the tool so that you don't need to click out and play the find my browser game at the same time you're trying to create your project. This proof of concept is one that will continue expanding as we explore more ways to meet you where you are and shorten your time to hello world. These new docs accompany our CRM customization features, which are packaged and available for Sales and Service Hub Enterprise customers in public beta today. And our last major investment area of the day today is connected experiences. We know developers want to learn by being hands-on. We know you want to kick the tires, and we know that you learn best by learning from each other. That's why we're invested in self-directed, highly interactive, and hands-on learning programs for developer products based on your experience level with HubSpot. With tutorials, case studies, video content, and example-rich content, we're going to make it easier for you to learn and grow with HubSpot. We also want to make it easier for you to be a HubSpot developer. We're creating events that enable you to come together as individuals and in teams to solve challenging problems and define the future of CRM. We've launched a series of workshops this year and are closing the year with HubSpot.Extend, an evolution on the HubSpot Developer Day for anyone building, customizing, integrating with, and developing on HubSpot. We have opened up the possibility for you to contribute technical content to the developer blog and showcase your impressive skill set. And we're expanding the places that you can connect with fellow HubSpot developers. Today, we're excited to announce that in 2023, we're launching a program that will help you build a network, solve for the HubSpot customer, and kickstart a successful career on top of HubSpot. An exclusive benefit of this program will be the ability to join our new developer Discord. This program is in private beta currently, and you can expect to hear more from us on how you can engage in 2023. Whew, that was a lot. Have I gotten your attention? all seriously, that like what's incredible is that this wasn't everything that we worked on. There are other noteworthy mentions, but this really is just the beginning. We are making big investments in foundational systems and workflows that will lay the groundwork for years to come. And at the end of all of this, we'll all have built amazing new solutions that solve for customers and help them grow better. Customers grow better, you, our partners, grow better, we all grow better. And in 2023 and beyond, this is a small taste of the vision that we're exploring. Here are 2 big headlines to keep an eye out for in the future. CMS Hub powers digital experiences at scale. CMS developers create remarkable experiences to help B2B marketers use content in ways that deliver delightful digital experiences beyond just a blog, website, and email. Capabilities such as headless, content automation, and webhooks open up new ways to manage content at scale. More complex use cases such as LMS and portals become easier to create, manage, and sell as an app in the CMS marketplace. And as payments evolve at HubSpot, both native and via integrations, we'll explore more ways for B2B marketers to power more commerce-powered connection. The other headline, HubSpot development tools power files-based CRM customization at scale. In 2022, we built a files-based proof of concept enabling Sales and Service Hub Enterprise customers to customize CRM records. Today, we have solidified and expanded this approach, driving down development friction by allowing developers everywhere to customize HubSpot with files-based solutions that can customize and span all hubs. With prescriptive UI customization in the CRM, with simple, easy-to-use components inspired by our own design system, accompanied by example-rich, clear, crisp, prescriptive documentation, we have made HubSpot a truly developer-friendly and crafted platform. Now it is my absolute pleasure and delight to pass you over to Anthony Roldan, our Senior Director of Engineering, who is going to share his perspective on what excites him the most and what you can all expect from the rest of Extend. Thank you so much and have a wonderful Extend.
Thanks, Trisha. I hope you're all as excited as we are about the investments we've made in developers to date, as well as what we're cooking up in the future. I'm Anthony Roldan, Senior Director of Engineering for our developer and ecosystem groups, and I'm thrilled to talk to you all about what you can look forward to the rest of today. But before we get to that, I want to share some of my perspective. Now I've had the good fortune to work on HubSpot's engineering team for over 10 years, and during that time, I've seen just huge changes in the way we work. And I don't mean just like moving to hybrid work, but in how we actually build our software, and specifically the dividends that HubSpot's continued and sustained focus in driving down our own like internal developer friction and investing in our own internal tooling, standards, and reusable components have meant for our teams and how we build. So what do I mean there? Like when we go and build HubSpot, we build on top of standard open source technologies. We have easy to stand up boilerplate repos for front end and back end apps. We have an internal UI library called Canvas. We have extensive documentation on sort of all of the pieces of our system that are reusable. We have powerful infrastructure that abstracts away a lot of the nitty-gritty details of like app development and deployment. So stuff like server provisioning, managing logging, and monitoring is sort of all just taken care of for our teams, which means that our like engineering teams who aren't working on that tooling can focus on the core of their work. They can focus on building great stuff for customers rather than what I fondly refer to as computer shit. And for any of you who have been HubSpot users for that long, hopefully you've seen how much the product has changed during that time. It's more consistent UI-wise. It's faster to build. We can roll out new features faster. The product itself is faster. It's more reliable. And it just does way, way more. Right? We've been able to build a tremendous amount of new functionality. And that's not an accident. There's a huge correlation there. We know that investing in great resources for our own engineers means a faster and better end product for our customers, and one that's more fun for our teams to build and less frustrating. So as we think about the developer experience that we're giving to all of you, as you build on top of HubSpot, that's what we have in mind. So that means we're investing in stuff like clear guardrails and examples, libraries, UI components that are going to save you time, improved tooling that can abstract away some of the computer shit, moving towards industry standard languages and open source frameworks, And so our goal is to give to you what we give to ourselves, right? The ability to focus on what really matters to your business, the fun stuff that makes you money, and not spend time resolving already solved problems or doing boring computer shit like standing up servers. And so with that in mind, let's talk about what you're going to see and do the rest of today. First, you're going to see demos of the functionality Trisha talked about and hear from a wide range of community members about what they're doing with HubSpot. And as you see those demos and hear about what other folks are doing, we really hope you get a chance to add some new tools to your developer toolbox, form tighter connections with your peers, and get inspired to do more with our APIs, our CMS, and our development tools. And please, if you're doing something amazing with HubSpot or today or in the future, let us know. We love hearing about it. We love chatting about it. We love hearing what's great on our side, what we can do better. So yeah, please let us know. We love hearing it. So right after this at 10:15, we're going to start with two different tracks. First, we have some CRM sessions where you can hear about the latest opportunities to extend and customize HubSpot CRM from the data layer up to the UI. And then we have a bunch of CMS sessions as well, where you can hear about the latest CMS and web content features and best practices. After those wrap up, we'll come back together for a Q&A with product managers on our team. Bring your questions about anything and everything HubSpot. We'll do our best to answer. And if you're not feeling those learning tracks and want something else, we have a third networking track focused on having conversations and interactions with your peers around topics like the HubSpot community, fostering diversity in tech, and building HubSpot solutions at scale. And to make those community conversations last beyond the moments when you're having them, we have a graphic recorder, Ashton, who's going to be turning those conversations into shareable graphics representing the community's thoughts. You can pop in and out of any of those sessions and tracks, however the topics and timing work out for you. And last but not least, we'll close out the day with an interactive trivia game show hosted by our friends at 2-Bit Circus. We only have room for 500 people in it, so don't sleep on it. It's going to be a great chance to have fun, hang out, and of course, one more thing. There'll be prizes of special HubSpot swag for the winners. So let's get into it. I invite you all to learn, interact, have a great time with your peers and the HubSpotters building the future of our development tools. We're excited to support you and your customers, and we can't wait to see what you build. Let's do this.